Hello everybody and welcome back to the FPL Desk episode 15, where today we are joined by FPL Ezo. Now before we get into the episode, we have got another 2 episodes out about Game Week 16, all joined by the wonderful Eric, who is in the studio with us. Also, go and follow Route 1 newsletter over on Twitter, that'd be much appreciated. Now, let's get in with the podcast. Now before we do start again, I've been slated for my intro. Actually, just off camera, people are having a go at my welcome back to the FPL Desk, and it really upset me actually.
Yeah, I saw there was a lot of hate on Twitter actually.
Oh yeah.
Who was this?
They all took to Twitter and went, "Who's this idiot who keeps reading it like it?"
Harvey, you thinking about taking time off now?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna need some time off.
No, don't listen to the haters. It's a good intro.
Oh, thank you, mate.
We love it, mate. We love it.
Oh, thank you so much. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Stop it. Right. Anyway, let's go. Eric, how you doing, mate?
Very good. How are you, Harvey?
Ah, mate, for the 3rd time, I'm fantastic. Like we say, do go check out the other 2 episodes. We talk about December Christmas run and how you're going to deal with the fixtures, and we also talk about how to cope with Game Week 16. But now it's all, we're going to pick Eric's brains. We've got, mate, do you know how many questions we got on Twitter? A mighty one. It's alright, mate, don't worry, it's alright. No, actually, your episode that we did with you on the Mac was the most viewed episode.
So maybe you should join for longer than
Replace
one
Jay
episode.
Booth.
Yeah.
Mate, it's not been beaten. It's the most
This
viewed.
one will beat it.
Thank
Hopefully.
you. Just this one or the 3 that we've done? Or?
No, this one specifically
This
because
one-
it's
this
all
one.
about FPL Ezo.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
one
of course.
specifically.
It won't promote the other 2. Just this one.
Make sure you put top 8k in.
Oh god. He's even got it in his bio.
I do. My Twitter bio. My last season finish, yeah.
Mate, it's a good finish to be
It's a
fair.
good finish. Top 0.1%.
Wait till I get top 1k and I'm going to put that in my bio.
No, if you finish like top 1 million, it'll be good for your standards.
Whoa!
Whoa.
No, I'm joking. Harvey's beating me this year. He's doing really well.
I am. Thank you. I appreciate that. Mate, that's as long as I've beaten you, I'm happy. On FPL. Should clarify.
Swiftly moving on.
Let's go into FPL now. What is your team 11 for Game Week 16? Not your team, your actual team for the week.
I believe the best goalkeeper for this week is Onana. He's got Bournemouth at home. Defence, I've got Trent. I think he's been really attacking recently, and Palace don't look like a threatening attack. Luke Shaw, double up on that Man United defence. At home, they defend well. Can see a 1-0 scrappy win against Bournemouth. And I've got Pinnock, Sheffield United, also poor attack, so I can see a Brentford clean sheet. In midfield, I've got a lot of big hitters. Salah, Son, as per usual, they're always just consistent for returns. I've got Foden against Luton. I've actually got triple Man City, Haaland and Alvarez. Triple Man City attack against Luton. You can see some goals being scored there. Hwang at home against Forest. Forest were not very good away from home. And I've got Bruno again, Bournemouth at home, as a little differential in there.
Mate, that's, what does everyone think of that team?
Well, so Harvey, you can't bully me anymore about the United players. Look at that.
Why Luke Shaw instead of
Shaw,
any other United defender?
I think he's the most attacking out of the Man United defenders.
Yeah.
If Wan-Bissaka or Dale play,
What, James
they're
Corden?
less attacking. Who?
James Corden.
James Corden?
Yeah.
I don't know.
They say Luke Shaw. You don't know who James Corden
You know who
is?
James Gordon
I
is?
don't know who James Corden is.
They call Luke Shaw James Corden.
I'm really confused right
They
now.
call him Roberto Carlos as well.
Have you heard that?
I know who James Gordon is, but I've never heard the comparison. I'm
Haven't
not
you?
gonna.
Oh,
No.
James who?
James
Corden.
Corden. Off the Late Late Show.
Yeah, Gavin and Stacey.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Joey
To
me.
step in, that guy.
Yeah,
Smithy.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, Spiffy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's a
never mind.
violation to Luke
Lampoon.
Shaw.
Hey, James Corden's a very nice looking guy.
Yeah.
Whatever
Yeah.
floats your boat.
He's
mate.
funny.
Right, what do you think, Misho? Obviously you're going to love it because it's 3.
Yeah, I actually love it, yeah. I think it's a good
Course he
team.
does.
Get you a lot of points. So, yeah.
Why do you love it?
Well, Onana and go finally someone backing Onana. But in general, the City players, yeah, I think they're going to get you a lot of points. And yeah.
There you go, you're going to do well then.
Yeah.
We call Misho the fortune teller. 'cause he can
Bro,
tell
I'm
the
telling
future.
you. I backed Garnacho. Next week he scores an overhead kick.
Declan Rice as well.
Yeah, how the
Yeah.
hell he got Declan Rice, I'll never know.
Yes.
He's a genius. To be fair, mate, you are doing well, mate. At the
Thank
minute.
you.
You are climbing. So let's see what your plans for next week are, mate.
In terms of my team, I'm looking to sell Gabriel. He plays Villa, Brighton and Liverpool next 3, which I don't see a single clean sheet there. And I'm going to get Walker in, like I said in the last episode. I like Walker's fixtures. I was actually quite surprised that he's played every single minute in the Premier League this season. He looks nailed on, and because I'm free hitting in game week 18, the blank game week 18 doesn't affect my team. So I'll be on triple Man City against Luton. I like it.
Mate, I just want to get your opinion on what the extra minutes are doing, because obviously there's more added time. Is that affecting clean sheets?
Absolutely. It's hardly any clean sheets this year, so I would recommend definitely being 3 at the back this season. I don't think 4 or 5 at the back is viable because there isn't any clean sheets this season. And Man City are one of the best defences in the league, so if you're going to get a clean sheet, Man City are one of the teams that will get you.
And they're going to cost you money as well.
They are going to cost you money.
Do you think that's the main reason though, or do you just think it's teams are just attacking more, or the defences just aren't as good?
Injuries are really doing teams. Look at Brighton, United. Well, they're all just
because it's making for more entertaining football though. I'm not sure if you guys agree, but
yeah. And
I
also
mean,
some of the
4-3 Luton Arsenal is.
Yeah, what a game.
With United, I wouldn't say it's injuries. I'd say they've just got a terrible goalkeeper.
Yeah. Oh, also when we speak about clean sheets, guess who's got the most clean sheets in the Prem?
Onana.
Yeah,
but it's not. It's a team thing, a clean sheet.
Yeah.
I hate it when it's like. Obviously in FPL it's good for the goal.
Yeah.
But in terms of football, I hate it. The Golden Glove is based on clean sheets. I just don't
De
understand.
Gea
Well,
won
but
it
it's the
last year,
same.
didn't
Yeah,
he?
give it
He's
to the
now out of
defence.
the
Well,
job.
yeah. It was.
Harry Maguire deserves some recognition.
So
He got nominated for Player of the Month, didn't he, Maguire?
Did he?
my
Yeah.
I think he might win it.
Imagine if he actually.
Oh my
wins it.
life.
He's played very well.
I hope he doesn't.
Do you think this is now the end of stick for Harry Maguire?
No.
No, it's far from
He'll
Get
get
out.
it till he's retired, Harry Maguire.
Yeah, I agree with him.
He's he's a scapegoat for people wanting to
I
have a
think
go at a footballer, isn't
it was more the money they put on for him as well, 80
Yeah.
million. If they gave like 30 or 40 million for him, I think it would have been a bit different. But yeah,
he?
get rid of him. So.
Now, Eric, I don't think we need to ask you, but who are you going to captain?
I'm going to captain
Captain.
Kurt Zuma. Erling Haaland, yes.
Capping Erling Haaland.
I'm capping Erling Haaland, indeed. Salah vice captain. I think everyone will captain Haaland this week, to be fair. It's the obvious one.
Are you tripling him?
I'm not tripling him. There's a chance Man City get a double game week in game week 20, which will be Sheffield United at home and Brentford away. And if that happens, I'll be triple captaining him then.
Now, I actually gave you all a load of stats last episode, so if you're interested in triple captaining Haaland, go and check that out. But I don't think anybody is. I think everyone's looking for that double game week, aren't they?
I agree, 100%.
Yeah. Now, Eric, is there anything you want to bring up, mate? Is there anything you want to talk about?
I think I really want a West Ham clean sheet this week.
Yeah, so do I. I've got Areola.
I've got Areola and
Thank
Zuma, and I've had them since game week 7. I have not had a single clean
No
sheet
clean
from
sheet.
them.
I've had him since I've had Areola since game week 9, and it's just
It's not
so
going well.
disappointing.
I had
West Ham
Pickford and
clean
then
sheet.
Areola, and you had Pickford at the
I had
start.
Pickford, then Areola, and then Onana.
Oh.
I'm telling you, stick with Banana. It's gonna.
Well, a lot of people are against goalkeeper transfers, Eric. What do you think?
I actually did a goalkeeper transfer this week for game week 15. I had a spare transfer, upgraded my bench goalkeeper Strakosha to Dubravka, and Dubravka rotates with Areola quite well. I am quite against goalkeeper transfers. I'd say your priority is your outfield players because the goalkeepers have a lowest ceiling. But if you have a spare transfer, absolutely go for it.
Yeah, I think it's if your team's you're quite
Definitely,
happy
yeah,
with
exactly.
your team. I don't think if you're struggling with who to play, I don't think you make a goalkeeper
No,
transfer.
exactly.
No, I think. But who is the goalkeeper transfer?
Dubravka in for Strakosha, yeah. So for game week 15, I have double Newcastle defence, Dubravka and Shah, and I'm benching my double West Ham defence. And then next week, I'll switch it around.
Last week the topic was go Kelleher. Now it's changed to go Dubravka. Do we still consider Kelleher?
I think it's too late now. If you went for Kelleher last week, I see why. Cheap Liverpool keeper, got some decent fixtures. But if you're buying a keeper now, you definitely go for Dubravka. Alisson's out for way less than Pope is.
Yeah, I think I agree with you, mate. You've only got really 2 more fixtures left with
Kelleher,
Kelleher, haven't you? All right, mate. Well, we're going to turn to Twitter with that mightiful one question that we've been given, and it actually comes from my brother.
supporting the podcast.
Yes, it does. I'm just trying to find his question. Where is he?
Wishing you all the best, William.
Oh, I'm sure he'll love that. He says
How old is he?
He's my twin.
Oh, no way.
I don't know how.
Oh my
Me
God.
and Henry found this out
We
last week,
discovered
and we
this,
actually
yeah.
refused to believe it.
I don't
Yeah,
believe
still
I
don't
had to
believe it.
prove it to you, didn't
Yeah.
I? Well, Will
Do you do
said-
everything together then?
No, mate.
What do you mean no?
Yeah, he sat here.
Like share girlfriends?
Oh, hey,
Whoa.
that escalated
Whatever you want to
quickly.
do,
You
mate.
know.
Whatever you do in your spare time.
Yeah. But game week 16, yeah.
Yeah.
What's the
Back to
actual
FPL.
question?
It says, is it time to get rid of Ward Prowse?
Yes!
And if so, who for?
Huang Hee-chan, if you don't have him. Cole Palmer, Anthony Gordon, anyone. I don't like Ward
What about
Prowse.
his yellow flag, Gordon's?
He was pictured in training. He should be fine. You can't get him in for game week 15 anyway, so for game week 16, he would definitely be fine. Cole Palmer, again, good pick. I'm a bit worried about his rotation if Nkunku comes back soon, though. Hee-chan, a few more good fixtures. I think there's a lot of better players than Ward Prowse right now. Ward Prowse is a player where you can't predict when he's going to get points because he relies on set pieces. You never know which game. Like he might have a good run of fixtures, but you can't predict when Ward Prowse will get those assists from their corners and those free kick goals.
Yeah, boys, what about you guys? Do you have any questions? Because we're done with the Twitter question now. So, have you got any questions for Eric?
As a whole, let's talk about Brighton. What do you make of their FPL assets? Because recently they've been so inconsistent. Would you look into any of them, or would you say to people don't go for them?
I would say don't go for them because I don't like teams that rotate so much.
Yeah.
1 week Mitoma's in, the next week João Pedro's in, then Adingra's in, and it just keeps swapping, and you're just going to miss out on points. I would totally avoid Brighton.
At the start of the season, a lot of people were getting like Mitoma, Ferguson in, and now it just get them out.
It didn't really work out, I don't think, either. I prefer, like, at the start of the season, there was a chat between Mbemo or Mitoma, and Mbemo will start every single game, play every single minute, whereas Mitoma, he'll get the odd rest. And in FPL, especially in a busy schedule like Christmas, you want players that'll play every game.
Yeah.
Well, Eric, what about, like, let's say Mitoma got a hat-trick, then he got a goal, then he got an assist in the next game. Do you think he's a guaranteed start for De Zerbi, or do you reckon they've still got that, they might drop him for rotation?
Mitoma is my favourite Brighton asset, but I still think even if he's on form like that, I can see why people were tempted to bring him in, but even with Europe Brighton as well, there's just so much rotation with Brighton as well.
The thing is, like towards the end of last season, I think Mitoma scored a late winner against someone. And like De Zerbi was like, Mitoma's one of those players, even though if he's not having a good game, I'll keep him on for the whole game because he has that moment of magic.
Yeah.
In him. So if you were going to go someone, I agree with Eric, go for Mitoma.
What about when Estupiñán comes back?
I was just going to say that. Yeah.
He was a guaranteed start.
If Estupiñán comes back fit, I do like him, but it has to be said, there's 4 teams without clean sheets this season. It's the 3 teams that just got promoted in Brighton. They've not kept a single clean sheet this season, which would be a bit worrying. But he is extremely attacking, Estupiñán, so he would be someone I would look at, yeah.
Last season, though, they were so good defensively.
Yeah, I think his fixture schedule busy.
Even with Villa, though, they're in the top 4 and they've kept very little clean sheets.
100%. That's why I think if you've got my cash, it's definitely time to sell.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, my Polish
his time's up,
my
isn't
Polish mate, Polish Cafu, Matty Cash.
Your best mate.
He is my best mate.
Emma, have you got any questions towards Eric?
Yeah, I was going to ask about Trent. What's your opinions on getting him? Because I know he's a lot at 8 million.
I do really like Trent. I think he might haul tonight against Sheffield United even. It's just, he's 8 million. It's extremely hard to get.
Yeah.
If you're not on wildcard, I don't see a way you can fit him in because everyone's got 5 million defenders, so you need a 3 million upgrade, which is like a Son to a Cole Palmer. It's quite a big downgrade for me to accommodate Trent, especially when Liverpool aren't keeping too many clean sheets.
Fair enough.
Eric, I took out Solanke to
Solanke.
It's
Oh
Joe,
my God.
it's
Joe
Joe.
Wolf spirit is back.
It's Joe. It's
The
Joe's
influence.
fault. I brought Solanke down. No, I didn't. I brought Foster. to Isak and I brought Son down to Mbemu,
Okay.
would you recommend reversing that transfer back to Son and a different forward?
I do like Mbeumo a lot as well. I do like Son. I do think selling Son I wouldn't recommend. I would like to get back Son. He's got some good fixtures coming up on penalties as well. I see why he got Isaac as well. Wilson's currently out, so he should be nailed for a little bit. I don't think I'd reverse it because I wouldn't want to sell Mbeumo. Mbeumo's got some good fixtures still coming up.
So you think just leave Son out my team now?
I think you've got to commit. If you've gone without Son, is there another way you can get him in without selling Mbeumo?
Bringing Salah down, but that is not happening.
Yeah, it's not happening, no.
No, or Haaland.
Do you think Son's the best Spurs player to have? in
I
general,
think
like?
Son is the third best player to own in FPL at the moment after Haaland and Salah.
Yeah, I think that's a good
He
shout.
can get you a haul any week.
Yeah,
Yeah, and he got them 3 disallowed goals against Villa.
Yeah.
yeah.
So, you never know.
He got an own goal and still got 2 bonus points this
Yeah.
week, so
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a bit mad, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah. Has anyone else got any other questions?
I just asked.
I mean, have you got any more budget players for the upcoming fixtures this week? If people are looking to budget, because they might have Salah and Haaland, need a couple budget players in there.
I quite like Fulham players. They've got some good fixtures coming up. Forest at home, West Ham at home, Burnley at home, Bournemouth away, all in the next 5. So they've got some really good fixtures.
Actually.
And I feel like they're just hitting some form, beating Wolves 3-2. Even this Liverpool game, they played quite well. Unfortunately, I went for the wrong pick. I went for Castagne, who's now got dropped.
Yeah, I
That's
saw
what I
that. You
was
put him
gonna
on
ask
your bench, didn't you?
Yeah, I wasn't playing Castagne yet, but I need him this week, so hopefully he starts tonight. But their attackers, Anthony Robinson I quite like. He's quite attacking defender for those fixtures. If you need someone cheap,
Because
Go
I mean,
Fulham.
Fulham strikers are not really.
yeah, Jimenez, not really. Probably go for like Willian.
Yeah,
He
someone
called
like
over
that.
Reed.
Yeah.
Like, pops up with the
Yeah.
odd goal.
Mate, with the news that Chris Wilder is now in charge of Sheffield United, Paul Heckingbottom is gone, he is no more. Do we go for Archer?
I do have Cameron Archer on my bench, but we have to see more. We have to see more. We have to see how they play under Chris Wilder. It's just a cheap bench forward, I guess, at the end of the day.
Yeah,
Have to wait and see.
he's a filler, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think that's all questions. Has everybody asked up?
I think so.
Yep.
Brilliant. Well, Eric, thank you so much for joining us in the studio today. We had a slight dilemma where I'd forgotten the SIM cards coming into the studio. So I said to Eric, get in your car, we're off. He whipped round. Boys, he stalled as he got back to my accommodation. He stalled. I thought, is he just stalled? And I thought, no, he hasn't. And then
Right,
I just said,
Harvey, do you have a license?
Oh!
Yeah, I'll back Eric up there.
I said to Eric, I can drive, just not legally.
We had a chat. What would happen if I gave him the keys?
Yeah, if I crashed his car, but Eric had given me his keys, knowing full well that I couldn't drive, who's to blame?
Eric.
Yeah, it's Eric.
Drop this in the Twitter.
Yeah, let's
Put
see.
it-
People on Twitter.
Well, no, if Eric willing you gave
Yeah.
him his car keys, then it'd be your fault, yeah?
Well, let's see what Twitter has to say. Whose fault is it if I've said I can drive legally?
I think it depends on the
Not
crash,
legally.
doesn't it?
Let's
Yeah,
say
if
I've
you
crashed into a
hit
river.
someone.
Yeah.
Let's say it was my fault.
Let's
Yeah.
say he crashed into Emma.
Yeah.
Whoa. But
Let's
survived, don't
not
worry.
talk about let's not talk about car crashes. Like,
Yeah. It's not something.
let's
that-
leave that. for a minute.
Let's round it off.
Yeah.
On that note.
Well, thank you for listening. Don't forget to go and follow Route 1 Newsletter or Route 1 Soccer as their Twitter handle is. More than 10,000 readers. And also join the mini league using the code. Go on, boys.
FB, KB, JF.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
That's
that wasn't
We're
cringy.
never
at
doing
all.
that again.
No. That's a one time only.
At least that's at the end of the podcast.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Well, thank you for listening. And that is all 3 episodes. Join us next week. We'll be looking ahead at game week 17.